This is the MI6 report, and I'm your news agent, Tom Dehli. Today I'll give you a brief on the situation between United States and Russia. Things are heating up, it's a verbal war, and it can get real nasty real quick. That's why I conducted a survey, so we can get a better understanding of the situation. I asked all the people working in CIA if they could do whatever they wanted to do with Putin, what would they do? Now they all answered murder him. Some wanted to strangle the bastard, some wanted a bullet through the head, but an overwhelming majority wanted to do it by poisoning. And I also noticed they had fantasies about, after he was dead, place him on a horse and ride it out to the Red Square. Then I asked the people working in FSB, former KGB, and there all the women answered if they could do whatever they wanted to do with Trump, they would marry him, and all the guys would go on a strip club with him. Now what can we make of that? Well, it's very clear. Trump is the most powerful man in the world, and that other guy thinks he is. But what does that mean? Well, what it means is that Trump has the biggest in the world, but his balls are tiny. With Putin, he has a very tiny, but his balls are enormous. You see, these guys are bullies. They are the playground bullies, and they look at the world like it's their playground. Like if they would see some people fighting down in the schoolyard, they would go down and give one of them weapons to kill the other part. And for the last 100 years, they have been negging at each other. Wanted to start a fight, but the rest of the schoolyard had stopped them from doing it, which is the dumbest thing we could have done. We should have let them have a go at it 100 years ago, and then the consequences wouldn't have been as bad, because there were no planes, nuclear weapons. We would just finish the whole thing before it escalates like it does today. Because it is inevitable. They will fight. History shows us we fight. Every country in the world has an army, and they're not spending 30% of all the tax money they collect on an army if they don't think they're going to use it. Some even think it's not enough, so they gang up with other nations' armies. We should just let these two bullies get over with it. Fight it out. The outcome is clear as the day. America will win. They'll destroy Russia, but they will fall doing it. And what do we have? Two bullies less in the schoolyard. There'll be a power vacuum. The Chinese will come in, claim America as Chinese America, and Russia as Chinese Russia. They will ship millions, hundreds of millions of people over. Time goes by, they'll get sick of paying tax to the motherland, and they'll fight for their freedom, and they'll get it. And we have the same situation again. Only now it's way worse, because they have nuclear weapons at the beginning. So, waiting things out. If the Brits hadn't defeated Hitler right away, things would have gotten way worse. These assholes has to be taken down right away. We know we used to rule the world.